Hi, we're sitting down with Brenda Brown from Public Sector Sales, HP Software, and we're talking about the C-level door opener play. In sales, we often hear you need to get to a higher level, get higher in the organization. Isn't the reality, though, that you can get a deal done at the mid-level?
You absolutely can get a deal done at the mid-level. However, what you really want to do is focus on getting some executive sponsorship in your deal. Because if you don't have that, you may risk leaving money on the table, number one. And if something happens through the process of the deal, you may need that executive to help you get that through. And you want to make sure that the business initiatives are matched up to the IT initiatives properly. So the executive level sponsorship allows you to do that.
But how do you do that when you have so many other providers chasing that executive sponsor and trying to get to the big deal?
Great question, Chad. I think what we have as a differentiation here at HP when we're working with the executives, we have what's called in our value management office a C-level door opener that allows us to give the executive a gap analysis basically, or fill the gap between their business initiatives and their IT initiatives. With that, we can leave behind for them a very professional document that allows them to look at the gap and the value that HP offers to them versus our competitors.
If I'm an executive, what do I actually get from the C-level door opener?
You get a great professional document that allows you to look at the business objectives against your peers, as a matter of fact, from a benchmarking perspective. So it's not only matching that particular executive's IT initiatives to their business initiatives, but it's also measuring them against their peers. So it's a great leave behind for them and basically a roadmap and gap analysis for them going forward.
Can you give us some real-life examples?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we were working with an agency last year, and we were really working with the SI. It was an agency that had some issues and challenges around an enrollment application. It had a lot of challenges around enrollment application, and they awarded task orders to certain SIs to help remedy the challenges that they were having. With this particular SI, they had the ability to use any products, any solutions that they wanted to help assist them. However, we had to prove to them with the executives that we were able to, with HP Solutions, give them the type of benefits that they needed. We engaged the VMO, and they quickly turned around what we would utilize to present to the C-level folks that we were working with. As a matter of fact, it was so beneficial to us that it enabled us to close a seven-figure deal last year, and it's also enabling us to close a seven-figure deal this year. So it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving.
Brenda, what would you say to your peers in how to use this play going forward?
I think it's a great play to use. It's, you have to use everything you have in your bag to get the business these days. The budgets are tight. It's difficult to get the money from folks because they don't have a lot of money to spend. So when you need to have those connections and you have a resource like the VMO, it's an excellent thing to use and very simple.
But you can eye-roll these programs. You and I have been in sales for a long time. We get that a lot of these programs come and go.
Right.
Why should anyone who's viewing truly believe that the VMO is any different?
You're right. You're absolutely right. We do get a lot of resources to utilize and services to utilize in some cases. And, being in sales for a long time, you kind of go, yeah, and you never get to it. But I have to tell you, this is such a simple service to use. The VMO does everything. You just identify what you need. They get it out to you so quickly. You really don't even have to do anything. And there's no reason not to use it. You don't have an excuse not to because they give you everything you need very quickly, and you don't have to touch anything, and you give a professional leave behind. It's fantastic.